Good night, good night, good night. Honk your hand if you want the top dog on. Honk your horn if you want the rice pudding gone. Honk your horn if you want the whole cabal of them gone. It is time for change. Change is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we are now listening to what they present as a budget. The first thing that you want to recognize from the budget is that it's a lot of money they're talking about. They intend to spend $1,674,000,000. Now, let's just take some time to think about that. Everybody knows $1 million is a lot of money. $1,674,000,000 is 1,674 million. So you take $1 million and you multiply it by 1,674 times. And that, all that money, there is nothing in it for the poor. Nothing for the poor. Nothing for the increased price and cost of living. No redress for that. Nothing for COVID testing. The people who are poor cannot afford to pay for COVID testing. They have to choose between paying rent or pay for their COVID testing. They have to choose between buying food to pay for the COVID testing. They have to choose between how they send their children to school to pay for COVID testing. But these people, they don't care. You see, here is how they talk about themselves. The top dog in talking about his wife, he said, she's not yet 30 and she's already a millionaire. And when he talk about his son, he said, you're all going on like if you're making $30,000 to $40,000 a month is a lot. Compare that to people who are making $1,600 a month and they have to live. I said to you that this Redeemed team and this United Progressive Party will have a change in perspective. Budgets will be created and crafted with the poor in mind. They'll be thinking about the cost of living and do something about it. They will be thinking about the cost of petrol and do something about it. They will be thinking about all the hardship that the people experience and do something about it. You see, a budget is just a policy. You form your policy and you create the budget to suit your policy. So if your policy is about self-enrichment, then the budget is going to reflect that. And in order for them to take money out of the treasury, they make these big budgets, big budgets, because here's what they will do. When it is time to make a deal, they just get to their favorite people, some friend, some family, some crony, and they will buy something, but triple and quadruple the price. I had an opportunity to look at a contract for a concrete plant. Now, the first thing to consider, why does the government need a concrete plant? Why could they invest that money on the roads, in healthcare, in clinics, in schools? But they want to buy a concrete plant because in procurement, that's where they can put all the increased revenue. And in that concrete plant contract, $5,725,000 paid for immediately. Whereas all the things that the poor need, the things that people need, have great needs, they are relegated to the back. It is time for change. It's time for change. You see, in this constituency, two people are going to come to you. Two people are going to come to you for your vote. You have to make the choice. You have to make the right choice, because one of them is about self-enrichment. That's the ethos of that organization. And one of them is about serving the people. So you have to make the right choice. You have to choose the one who wants to serve you, who have no further interest but just to serve you. Water situation. We have had perennial water problems. Perennial water problems. If the government cared sufficiently, it would have been solved. It would have been solved a long time ago, as quick as fast as they buy the concrete plant. They would have bought the necessary equipment for the water. Without any inflated prices, they'll just buy it because they're interested. I'm saying to you that the United Progressive Party is the kind of party that will put people first and will look about the needs of the people first and will take care of the needs of the people first, because this party is not about self-enrichment. It's about service. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have choices. You have choices, and it's you. You have to make the right choice. The United Progressive Party, this redeemed theme, that is the right choice. Freedom. We all came through this last 2 years, since 2020 and 2021. And we have had this COVID situation. Recall the mandates and the authoritative responses, taking away your choices. This UPP is a party of choice. The way we would have managed that is even those people who are a little reluctant to take the vaccine. You need to have consultation with them. Speak to them. Encourage them. Get professionals to speak to them to alleviate their fears. The other organization, you have to do this or you can't work. You have to do it or you can't eat. You can't go to school. Thank you. This UPP is about choices. We give choices. We are about freedom. We give freedom. We are about the right choice. You make the right choice. This wicked rump government, it's time for them to go. We went through the budget, and one thing about a budget, it is well and good just to look at the prospective figures, the proposed figures. But the real meat is the actual figures, the audited report for the year before. I have had a chance to read the last audited report, 2018. And I have never seen an audited report that bad. Never. Each and every account that the auditor audited, it gave a negative opinion. Either you cannot find the figures, or they're wrong, or they're unlawful spending. Each and every time the auditors say, I cannot say it is fair. I cannot say these figures are fair. Or I could not find anything to support the figures. Or they're plainly wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, in the United Progressive Party, when we have the budget, we are going to balance the budget. We are going to look for what is wrong, and we're going to make everything right. And so I said to you as I part, 2 groups are going to come to you, in St. Mary's South as well as in St. Philip South, in rural East and in rural West. 2 is going to come to you. Never mind the fringe one. 2 are going to come to you. You have to make the choice. You have to make the choice. Choose the one that is going to work for you. Choose the one that cares about you. Choose the one that's going to make your life better. Choose the one that is going to look after the poor. Choose the one that's going to look about your needs and your children's needs. Choose the one who wants to give education to our children. And leave those to self-enrichment. Throw them to the corridor. God bless. Peace to all.